Hello Scorpio, this is Teresa from Tarot by T, and this is your love TarotScope for the month of July. I hope you had a good June, and thank you for liking and subscribing from my channel, and thank you for all your comments. I really appreciate all of them, and I try to read all of them, and I try to respond to most of them. So let me but it really helps me to know that the readings that are working for people and that they are a help for people. So thank you for your comments. So let me bring in these angels and create a sacred environment for this reading. Okay. What does Scorpio need to know for the month of July about their love life? What does Scorpio need to know about their love life in July? What does Scorpio need to know about their love life in July? We're working with the Celtic Cross and the Morgan Greer Tarot deck. One of these days I'll use a different deck. I happen to like this one. What does Scorpio need to know about their love life for the month of July? What is coming up for July for Scorpio? Two of Swords. Ace of Cups, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Empress, Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Six of Pentacles, the Moon card, and the Fool card. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We have several twos and fours, 4 and 6, and an ace. So we have some new beginnings. The Two of Swords in the present. You're trying to make a decision, and you're sensing that it's time for a new beginning in your life. There could be a new love, but there could also be a new creative project. You're feeling like it's time for something new. You're really wanting something new in your life. And with the Two of Swords here, you're kind of undecided about what path to take. The two is sometimes mental stress because you can't see the future and you're not sure what the future is going to hold. But the Ace of Cups is a great card because it promises a new beginning. Maybe even a new love interest coming up in July. If it's not a relationship, then it's definitely a new creative beginning, or a new beginning, maybe a new friendship, or a new feeling, new way of loving, new creative project, new way of expressing yourself. There's so many ways that you could interpret the ace. Aces are always new beginnings, and with cups, it's always about emotions, something that you feel emotionally connected to. So, there could be a love interest that comes in July, then you're trying to decide, do I want this or not? But you're definitely considering the new. That's on your agenda for July. In the past, you have the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. So these represent, if they don't represent children or young people, they definitely represent messages or news. So you may have gotten news in the past that relates to work, and you're not sure how it's going to affect you. I mean, it's not necessarily bad news, but there's a lot that you still don't know. Let's see, you have the Moon here. So there's a lot that's still hidden. But I think it's going to be a positive thing. Even though you're kind of in a state of blindness with these blindfolds here. You're not really sure what's going on. But I think that things are going to open up for you in a good way. And I think you're going to be embarking on a new adventure. The Page of Cups is also a message. So this could be more of a romantic message, the Page of Cups. So that could be someone is wanting to share their love with you or express their love for you. And this has happened recently, in the recent past. You might have gotten a message from someone that you were romantically involved with or are romantically involved. Someone who has shown an interest in you. And there's potential for that relationship. Except that there's a little bit of an imbalance between the giving and the taking. So you have this maternal attitude. You have the Empress here. And that's the world's mother, the great mother. And the Empress is about, children, motherhood, harvest, creativity, the home and family. So it's possible that you're in a relationship where you feel more like a mother than a partner. You feel like you're always watching out for this person, or you're always there for this person when they need somebody. And you're giving a lot. You've given a lot as a friend or even as a partner. If it's not a relationship, it's a friendship. Because here it's the Six of Pentacles is about give and take and finding that balance. So someone might be taking advantage of your kindness or being too needy, like needing you too much. And so you have to balance the give and take. You want to help someone, you have the money to do it, but you have to ask, am I also hurting them because they're not standing on their own 2 feet? They're depending on my support too much. And with the Four of Pentacles too, you may be thinking like, I need to hold on to my money, or I need to be in a more financially secure position. Because the Four is about security. The Fours are about stability. And Pentacles are about money and tangible things that you want to hold on to. The problem is you want to make sure you're not holding on too tightly. The Four of Pentacles sometimes indicates someone who's holding on a little bit too tightly, maybe too controlling or too possessive. So you have to relax and let go a little bit. Maybe you're being a little too controlling in the relationship, so you need to back off a little bit. Let that person come to you. Not worry too much about and making, the first move. Give them some space. And you may want to think about your money a little bit better and not spend it as freely. Maybe think about where it's going. And are you spending too much on one person? Or giving too much to family and friends, that really they need to start taking care of themselves. Maybe they're getting too dependent on your financial support. The Two, in your fears, there's a potential for partnership in the future. And this, I think, relates more to a business or a career partnership. So you might have some options coming up where you're going to have to decide, or you might have an opportunity to partner with someone in some kind of business situation. And you're wondering to see, okay, what's happening, what's going to happen, how's this all going to affect me? You might have heard some news. This Page of Wands, I think, there might have been some news about work or job, and you're wondering what's going to come of it. How is it going to affect me? And a part of you, you are very giving at work. Maybe you feel like you're not getting rewarded enough, because the Six is, it's definitely kind of related to karma and balance. So even though, you're giving a lot, but it's going to come back to you in a positive way. And this is always a case of, fairness and justice. You feel maybe you want justice to be done. You want to be rewarded for the work that you do. So you may be kind of waiting to see if that's going to happen, because you really want to be in you're needing more money. You're needing more financial stability. Here you have the Moon card. So the Moon card is a card of confusion. On one hand, it's intuition and psychic ability, and you have a very vivid imagination. You have a lot of creative energy. But on the other hand, you could be over-analyzing something to the point where you're starting to make stuff up. You're imagining things that could possibly go wrong. You're imagining scenarios that may never happen. And then you're worrying about it. The moon also makes a statement of that you don't have enough information to make the proper decision. So you might be thinking you got it all figured out. Yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But there are other things going on that you're not aware of. And so whatever you think you do know, there's a lot that you don't know. So there are still some things that you don't know. And you have to be careful that you don't make a decision with partial information. That you don't try to fill in the blanks with your imagination. Making up, thinking, well, it must be like this, this, and this, and you have this big story in your head, and it has nothing to do with reality. So be careful that you maintain a grip on reality, and that you're looking at things realistically, and you're not blowing things out of proportion. Because with the moon, there's a tendency to blow things out of proportion. And then make decisions based on that. So you might have heard some news, and maybe you're making a big, blowing it out of proportion of what the potential is down the road. And then you're making decisions based on that exaggerated view and story that you have in your head. So just be realistic. Now, the other hand, it ends with the Fool. So the Fool is a card of adventure. Whatever's going on, July is going to be a time of adventure. There's going to be success because you have the Empress here. The Empress is the harvest. The Empress is, giving birth to something even. Sometimes the Ace and the Empress, you could have, there could be a child coming, if you're working to that goal. If you're trying to have a baby, the Empress could mean you can have a child. It could also be just a new romance, the beginning of something new, and it needs to be nurtured. And it's a whole, or it could even be, if it's career, a new creative project, a new project at work that you're involved in that you really enjoy, and it's going to put you in a whole new environment. You might be negotiating a new job or a new contract in July. Whatever the Fool is, you're just wanting something new. You're wanting a new adventure. You're bored with your life in a sense, or you're ready for something new. You're ready for a change, and the Fool can give that to you. The Fool can bring you a new environment or a new opportunity. Maybe you're not trusting the what you're going through now. You're not trusting what's your current environment. You're thinking that people are not being honest with you or deceiving you in some way. I think basically you're not feeling valued. You're feeling that you're doing all this work and you're not getting enough rewards. That's this card here, the Six of Pentacles. So you might be looking for a new opportunity in July. It'll be interesting. But I see this, there's beginnings coming. There's a beginning. So you have the opportunity for a new beginning in July if you choose to go in that direction. And I think it will be more financially secure. If you do look for another job or you meet with someone, if it's a new relationship, be careful that you're not overdoing it, like trying to buy someone's love or overspending, make sure there's give and take in the relationship. If it's a new job, I think it will be one with more financial security and more creativity. I think you're going to enjoy this new thing. It's going to allow you to be more the mother, more the artist, the creator. You're going to enjoy it. You might, it'll feel like a whole new world. So, I think July is going to be a good month for you. As long as you heed the warnings of the moon, don't let your imagination run away with you. That's the only, no, I wouldn't say it's negative, but it's the only warning type card, really. Because everything else seems really great, like the new love, new creativity, new beginnings, harvest, success, creativity, a new, wiping the slate clean, starting over with the Fool, new adventure, new partnerships, and money to hold on to. So, good luck in July, Scorpio. I think it's going to be a good month for you. And I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that these new beginnings bring everything that you want to you. And I will see you in August. Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.